gentlemen, welcome to the Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada's Hands Together with your host, Jeff Civillico.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hands Together 2020. I am your host, Jeff Civillico, and tonight we are coming to you live via Zoom. Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada, or Vmsn, as I'll refer to this incredible organization tonight, is extremely grateful you are spending part of your Sunday with us. Now, of course, our first choice would have been to gather together in person tonight, like we have done for so many years now. But we are doing the right thing tonight. We are following social distancing guidelines, we are keeping everyone safe, and at the end of the day, what really matters is that we have still found a way to come together as the Vmsn community tonight virtually. Many of you are aware, Vmsn's mission is to provide quality healthcare and support for people without access to healthcare in Southern Nevada within a culture of compassionate caring. Never before has this mission been so timely and so needed. We are excited to share some of the remarkable work that Vmsn has been doing for our community, especially during this unprecedented time. Did you know that Vmsn has kept the doors open and continued to serve patients throughout the pandemic? It is truly incredible. Tonight, we're inviting you to step up in a big way to safeguard the health of our community and to accelerate the mission and efforts of Vmsn. We have a lot in store for you this evening, folks. You will hear from one of the founders of Vmsn, Dr. Florence Jameson. You will feel her passion, her commitment. You'll hear from Vmsn's Chief Operations Officer, Tabitha Peterson, who will speak directly to the impact your gifts have day in and day out. You'll go on a virtual tour of the Ruffin Family Clinic to see this beautiful facility in action. You'll be treated to a special performance by Frankie Moreno, and you will join me for our after party, I hope, for a virtual show for the whole family. More on that later. But right now, let's talk about the main way we're going to interact tonight, and that is through the chat feature. We want to make sure everyone knows how to use their chat box. So let's practice. First, take a moment to find the chat box. Hint, it's down here. That's right. Then make sure you select all panelists and attendees, or everyone, when entering information into the chat box so we can all see what you are saying. Okay, let's try it out. Why don't you start by telling me, where are you watching our show from this evening? Are you in your kitchen? Are you in your living room? Are you outside? Tell me right now in the chat. Amy says she's in my bedroom. The office, says Eric. My couch, says Carlos. Cindy's just clapping. Okay. Cynthia says the kitchen, dining room table, office, kitchen, dining. Chicago. All right. Thank you so much. Joining us from Chicago. Fantastic. Okay, we're warmed up with the chat. I love it. Now, I'm going to ask you to type in one word that comes to mind when you think of Vmsn. Take a moment here to reflect. And again, just share one word that to you sums up this incredible organization. We're going to collect your responses for a special surprise that we'll share with you later this evening. I see compassion, joy, love, hope, giving, service, teamwork, compassion, compassionate, loving, amazing, care, patience, empathy, love, hope. Thank you for all of that, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are here to raise money for Vmsn, and we have made it very easy to do so. If at any point during our show tonight you feel compelled to give, we ask that you simply text the word CONNECT to 725-527-8882. You see the information right there on your screen. You will immediately receive a response with a link to where you can quickly and easily complete your gift. The goal of this evening's fundraiser is to raise $450,000. Vmsn has generous donors and sponsors that have already donated prior to the start of this evening's event. Because of their extreme generosity, we started our event at $211,000. So let's keep it going tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The funds raised throughout the evening will be used to provide integrated health care to those in our community without access. Okay, now it's time to show our gratitude. VMSN is so grateful for the support of our fabulous Hands Together event sponsors, our donors, and the over 700 volunteers that make the work they do in our community possible. Can you help me show them some love in the chat, please, folks? We have so many sponsors, so many donors. They give year after year to make this work possible. And the volunteers, of course, the heart of this organization. 85% of the work is volunteer-based. Show them some love in the chat right now, folks, if you would be so kind. That's right, caring and helping from the heart. Brianna says, thank you, you are amazing. Kiosha says, we couldn't do this without you, thank you. The VMSN team is amazing, says Jennifer Bradley. Jessica says, thank you. Thank you so much, love our donors and volunteers, thank you so much. Sarah says, thank you so much. Again, it's so wonderful to see all that love pouring into the chat, folks. Let's keep that going here all night long. Right now, though, we want to know, how well do you know VMSN? We're going to find out with some VMSN trivia questions throughout the night. And how fun is this? Each time you answer a trivia question correctly, you will be automatically entered into a drawing for your chance to win a 2-night stay at Caesar's Palace with a dining credit for Rao's Italian Restaurant. I've eaten there before. It is fabulous. Now, this is very important. VMSN is going to draw the winner on Tuesday, November 17th at 12 noon live on Facebook. So if you have not already liked VMSN on Facebook, please go ahead, give us a like, give us a follow. Okay, here we go with our first VMSN trivia poll question of the night. Poll number 1, where was VMSN's first clinic located? We have 4 options here for you to choose from, ladies and gentlemen. Is it A, Boulder City, B, Paradise Park, C, Henderson, D, Area 51? Pretty sure it's not D. A lot of people answering in the chat. Let's see how they answered within the poll feature. But I love you're so excited you just gotta shout it out in the chat. That's fine too. Area 51 for the win. Well, let's see. 70% of people answered correctly. It is, in fact, folks, B, Paradise Park. Who said Area 51? Really, Keith? Come on now. The Paradise Park Clinic is where it all began, folks, back in 2010 with a very small staff and a group of committed and compassionate volunteers. VMSN's impact has more than doubled in size with their second clinic over the past decade. Last month, I had the opportunity to visit VMSN's Ruffin Family Clinic, where I learned more about the amazing work they are doing. I was so impressed by the fact that 85% of the work is volunteers-based. That is incredible. Think about that. And are you familiar with their integrated care model? It's amazing that in one building, they are able to offer comprehensive primary and specialty medical services, have a licensed pharmacy, a dental clinic with 4 operatories, behavioral health appointments, both group and individual, and social services. Again, simply remarkable to see the wide range of health and wellness care. You'll see exactly what I mean when you check out this video of my recent trip to the clinic. Take a look. This is Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada's Ruffin Family Clinic. Let's go check it out.
Hello.
Hi, welcome in. How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Do you have an appointment?
I do. I'm going on a tour.
Okay.
Jeff Civillico is the name?
Okay. Can you take your temperature?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. And do you have any onset or worsening cough, shortness of breath?
No.
Or any muscle pain, headache, sore throat,
Nope.
loss of taste, repeating shaking?
No.
Nope, not? Okay. Well, you're all set.
Okay, thanks. Hello.
Hi, welcome to Volunteers in Medicine. I'm Kristen Forbes. I'm the philanthropy director here. We're ready for you over in eligibility.
Okay, thanks.
Your patient experience begins here in eligibility, where we will confirm your valid ID, your Nevada residence, and that your household income does not exceed 200% of the federal poverty level.
Annually, we rescreen each patient, so you'll get to see our smiling faces again every year.
And by the way, you look great today. They're waiting for you now in medical.
The compassion, the caring, and the love that we give to all of our patients, it's just beyond reproach. In addition to that, we are also able to provide in-language communication to all of our patients when they receive information about their vaccinations. As an associate professor at Roseman University of Health Sciences, as well as a volunteer, a pharmacist, and a Nevada native, the compassion that I am able to provide to my patients is beyond reproach. Thank you, Volunteers in Medicine, for allowing me this honor and privilege.
Hi, I'm the medical practice manager here at Volunteers of Medicine, and right here is our clinic. This is the hub. This is where everything happens. We are a wonderful teaching facility as well as providing all of our services to our patients. We have UNLV residents, we have Nevada State nursing students, and this is where it all takes place. Currently, we are trying to achieve a flu vaccine goal of 650 vaccines by Thanksgiving.
Oh, hey guys. James, Manny, a couple questions. James, can you tell me about the Ask a Pharmacist program to start off?
Hey Jeff, so the Ask a Pharmacist program is a way that us as students get to work with an interprofessional health team to help manage patients' different disease states and their medications that they're on, and help these patients gain better understanding of their disease states along with their medications.
Thanks, James. Hey Manny, I understand there's a collaboration between Vmsn and Roseman College of Pharmacy. What's that all about?
Hey Jeff, so since 2013, pharmacy faculty and over 150 student pharmacists have been working together providing these one-on-one consultations to VMSN patients.
Hey, thanks guys. Appreciate you.
Welcome, Jeff.
You're welcome, Jeff.
This is the meditation suite?
Yes, it is.
All right, can you tell me about what happens here?
Sure. So this is where my department meets with the patients. So I'm the Director of Social and Behavioral Health Services here at Vmsn. And so what we really want to do is to work with the non-medical needs of our patients. So as an example, a patient may come in seeking medical treatment for an illness such as diabetes, but they may also be struggling with food insecurity, housing instability, stress about how they're going to pay their rent, maybe depression as well. And so our team works to meet with them individually, often in this space, to be able to connect them with resources in the community. We also offer direct services in these rooms as well, such as one-on-one case management to help them troubleshoot any areas that they're struggling with to meet that healthy lifestyle. And then as well, we offer individual and group therapy appointments here on site to help with any mental health needs that they may have.
Hi there.
Hey there!
Welcome.
Welcome to the Volunteer and HR department. I'm Rashida, this is Tommy. A part of our privilege here at Volunteers in Medicine is ensuring that we serve a population most deserving of compassionate care. And one of the ways that we do that is we ensure that we are compassion ambassadors and compassion enthusiasts.
I love it. And our vision is to make sure that every man, woman, and child have access to health care.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons why we do that is we seek high and low throughout the entire valley, not only to find volunteers, but the finest volunteers, because that's what compassionate caring is all about. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed the tour today.
Yeah.
I know you've met some really cool people, right?
It's been great.
And what I would like to do right now is introduce you to VMSN's COO, Tabitha Peterson, and she's an absolute joy.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Great meeting you.
All right, you too. Go ahead.
One of the really great things about the work we do is that we're integrated care. So it takes a number of different disciplines to really meet the comprehensive needs of our patients. One of the things that we provide here is dental care, and we do that in conjunction with medical so that we're really able to identify and slow the progress of chronic illnesses like diabetes or cardiovascular disease. We also have pharmacy. So when our patients have medications, they're able to get them for free at the pharmacy. And we couldn't do that work without partnering with national organizations like Dispensary of Hope, Direct Relief, AmeriCares. And it's not just a national endeavor, but it's all very, very local. So it takes a number of organizations and compassionate people throughout the Las Vegas Valley to really get the work done and meet the needs of our patients. We have partners with several imaging organizations, Steinberg Diagnostic, Desert Radiology, Pueblo Imaging. They all allow us to do pro bono and free services for our patients. CPL helps us to provide free labs for our patients. So with everyone coming together in the community, including the residents from different medical schools in the area, we're really able to to make sure that our patients have whole body care, total wellness, and when they can walk away just feeling like they have a better quality of life than they did before they got here.
Love it. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here.
Oh my gosh, this has been an incredible experience. Thank you.
Awesome.
All
Have a
right.
great day.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that little peek there inside the clinic. From the chat, I absolutely love seeing all the comments here. A lot of love for Tabitha there. Kudos to you, Tabitha, the whole VMSN team. You're going to be hearing from Tabitha a little bit later on tonight. I have to say, it really was a pleasure meeting everyone and learning more about the work that VMSN does daily. The team really goes above and beyond to ensure compassionate care is extended to every guest of the clinic. I also want to mention that another very important part of the care provided to patients comes from our community partners. Partners like CPL, Desert Radiology, Steinberg Diagnostics, and Cleveland Clinic, who welcome VMSN patients into their offices, providing services to them as if they are one of their own, ensuring VMSN patients get the quality care every person deserves. Okay, now it is time for poll number 2. Please don't forget that each person who answers a VMSN trivia poll question correctly will be placed in a drawing for a 2-night stay at Caesar's Palace with a dinner credit to Rayos. The winner will be announced on Tuesday, November 17th, 12 noon on Facebook Live. All right, here we go. The question is, how many VMSN staff members started their work with VMSN as a volunteer? Ooh, the questions are getting more difficult, I see. What's it gonna be, ladies and gentlemen? What do we think? Is it A, 1, B, 7, C, 13, or D, 15? Let's see, I don't know. I'm not sure of this one. I wanna say 13 or 15, but they're so close. Oh, the answer is 13, and see, 42% of you. That was a doozy. That was a tough one. Congratulations there. Another fun fact, by the way, did you know that this year alone, volunteers gave more than 20,000 hours of their time to the clinics, folks? 20,000 hours. That's like 833 days. Just did the math in my head right there. That's almost 2.5 years. That is incredible, and we are so grateful for our volunteers. All right, at this time, I'm so excited to introduce you to one of my absolute favorite people, Dr. Florence Jameson. Dr. Jameson is a gem in our community. The love, the compassion just pours out of her in the work she does for VMSN every single day. Dr. Jameson, along with her husband, Gard, founded VMSN 12 years ago. They both have a vision of providing compassionate care within Southern Nevada. Please join me in listening to remarks from Dr. Jameson. She will share VMSN's journey during 2020 and her vision for the future of this organization.
Welcome to Volunteers in Medicine's first virtual Hands Together Gala, celebrating 11 years of serving our community. I'm so happy that you could join us. In the history of medicine, we will always look back and see that in the early 21st century, it was divided into 2 distinct eras, before the COVID-19 and after. In my 35 years of practicing medicine, I have never seen anything like the COVID-19 virus. The world has never seen anything like it. It has caused all of us to pause and appreciate how fragile and precious each and every life is. I have never seen the world appreciate their healthcare workers more. The term health heroes has become a household expression. But did you know that in just the past 8 months, more than 1,000 healthcare workers in America have lost their lives in the front lines? Doctors, nurses, and caregivers of every kind. My own obstetrician, who delivered both my children, got the COVID-19 in his office, as did I. He, like myself, thought we had many more years to practice medicine. Little did he know, God would call him home so soon. I thank God every day that even though I had a brush with COVID-19, I am still here to love and serve, especially the less fortunate. This public health emergency has upended every aspect of life, and in the process peeled back the layers of inequality and laid bare countless faulty systems, such as our healthcare in America and in the world. At Volunteers in Medicine, we have always served the marginalized and forgotten people in our community. They are the same people who have become disproportionately the victims of this plague. Those people in our community without access to health care, Hispanics, African Americans, and the working poor. We thought the 2008 depression was horrible, but in addition to public health crisis, the economic crisis the pandemic has caused is unlike any since the Great Depression. 25% of U.S. workers filed for unemployment in a mere 2 months. Workers have lost twice the number of jobs as in the Great Recession. In Nevada and Las Vegas, 1 in 3 people have lost their jobs and their health insurance. More than ever, Volunteers in Medicine needs to be here. In this next few years, we will have many challenges to bring the much needed health care to so many in our community. As in the past, Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada will meet that challenge because of you and your community supporters. Today, at this moment of unprecedented medical and economic crisis, it is all of our obligation to take real and meaningful action. There has never been a greater or more important time to do so. To those who are very blessed, much is expected, and we have the responsibility to help those who are struggling for their lives. Volunteers in Medicine is their safety net. Let us remember that in these times of cascading crises, Volunteers in Medicine, supported by concerned citizens such as you, needs to take collective and effective action that would ensure that the post-COVID-19 era is a moment that not only will address the problems in our community, but start rebuilding a world filled with equality and justice for all, where everyone receives quality health care because every life matters. I ask you, please, give so that others may live a healthy, productive, and long life. Thank you.
So much love in the chat. Carolyn says, your work is amazing for here in Southern Nevada. Thank you for what you do. Jeanette says, love the Jamesons. You both are amazing people, always helping this community, making it a better place. Nayet says, Florence and Guard, amazing people. Bless you both for what you do. I could not agree more. On behalf of our community, thank you, Dr. Jameson. Thank you for the fantastic work you and Vmsn do daily to provide the essential health and wellness care so many in our community so desperately need. This is at the core of the reason we gather tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Working together as a community allows Vmsn to continue providing the services it does for our neighbors in need. Once again, folks, throughout the evening, if you are compelled to give, we encourage you to text CONNECT to 725-527-8882 at any time. As the night progresses, you will continue to see this giving thermometer. This thermometer will allow us to see donations in real time. You can see we're already up to $261,000, folks. More than that, we started at $211,000. So already $50,000 raised tonight, folks. That is incredible. Let's keep that going. Now, earlier this evening, you got to see the interworkings of the Ruffin Family Clinic, and you got to hear from staff and volunteers firsthand. Also, you heard from the Vmsn founder and board chair, Dr. Florence Jameson, who shared her message of please give so others can live. We are asking for you to help Vmsn provide compassionate care throughout the community. Here is a snapshot of the incredible work that Vmsn does on a yearly basis. Over 5,000 patient visits, over 500 preventative cancer screenings, almost 1,100 dental services completed, over 16,000 prescriptions dispensed. That's a value of $3.7 million. Over 1,300 one-on-one and group therapy visits, over 1,500 depression screenings, 703 total volunteers, 20,083 hours donated. Wow. Think about those stats, folks. Those stats represent real people in real need. Those stats represent healing. And we couldn't achieve that level of impact, that level of growth without our generous donors. Donors like Engelstead Foundation, Jameson Family Foundation, Judy Keltner and family, Treasure Island, Ruffin family, Tony Chatiel and Wayne Woodward, Shazad Contractor, Dr. Florence Jameson, Ursi and Mark Rosen, the Lionel Trust, CPL, Casino Royale, William Hill, and Optum Care. We are so incredibly grateful for your kindness and your compassion. You have the opportunity to join these generous individuals and organizations in supporting VMSN by texting CONNECT to 725-527-8882 to make your gift. Again, throughout the evening, we will continue to monitor our progress as we inch closer and closer toward our $450,000 goal. But right now, it is time for our third and final poll. Please remember, each person who answers a poll question correctly will be placed in a drawing for a 2-night stay at Caesar's Palace with a dinner credit at Rayos. The winner will be announced on Tuesday, November 17th at 12 noon on Facebook Live. All right, here we have our third and final poll. On average, how many prescriptions does VMSN dispense a day? Is it A, 10 prescriptions, B, 25 prescriptions, C, 50 prescriptions, or D, 75 prescriptions? Linda in the chat says D. Keith says millions. Okay, settle down, Keith. Settle down there. Rebecca, D's getting a lot of love. Let's see what happens in the chat. I think it is D myself. That's my guess. But I guess we're gonna find out. Yes, it is D. 68% of you answered correctly, folks. It is D. VMSN pharmacists and farm techs fill and dispense about 75 prescriptions every day. That represents a lot of compassionate care. Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Scott, who is a patient at VMSN. Scott will be sharing his story on becoming a VMSN patient and how VMSN saved his life.
I grew up an Army brat, and I've grown up all over the place, and I used to skateboard when I was a kid, so I was always breaking bones and things like that. I used to work in the newspaper industry, and people don't read newspapers as much anymore. So in the 90s, it was kind of getting phased out. And so I took a buyout in 2005 and I moved here. So when I got to Vegas, I started dealing craps. Las Vegas, a lot of jobs don't have medical. They don't get, it's a part-time workforce for the most part. A lot of companies hiring part-time more than full-time, trying to save money, which is understandable. I'd feel chest pains like once a day for like a week beforehand, once every day, and then it would just go away. So I just kind of dismissed it. And about 3:30 in the morning on my 49th birthday, I wake up and it wasn't going away. It felt like somebody sitting on my chest. They couldn't find anything for like a day or two, and then they finally did an angiogram, and I had 3 stents put in. So I got like neuropathy, I have constant AFib, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. I'm a mess. Wasn't sure how I was going to pay for the medicine. They gave me some medicines, but they were medicines I needed. And yeah, so I went without them for a while, and it wasn't good because I could feel stuff not going right. I told a friend of mine, told her my predicament, and she happened to mention Volunteers in Medicine, and I'm very grateful. One of my medicines that I get from here, it costs $600 a month if I were to have to pay for it. Volunteers in Medicine pays for it, and it's free, so I'm so grateful for that, because there's no way I could just afford, and that's just one. I look forward to coming here because the doctors are so good, and I know they're saving my life, because I didn't have these health concerns when I was younger. Now with the heart attack and stents and things like that, without Volunteers in Medicine and all the doctors and all the staff and pharmacists and stuff, I would literally probably be dead, because I need the medicine that I get, and I can't express how much I'm so grateful for everybody here, and I really appreciate it, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott, for sharing your story. I am happy to hear you're doing much better. Thank you, Vmsn, as well, for helping patients like Scott who do not have access to health care. Hearing Scott's story is a perfect example of why Vmsn is so essential and why Vmsn needs your help. This is the reason we are all here tonight, folks, to make sure we do our part to help Vmsn with their mission to serve our community. For those of you that have attended previous in-person Hands Together events, you know that there are typically auction items available. However, this year is different. This year, there will not be an auction. We felt it was important we invest our time differently and focus on the biggest areas of need to ensure every last dollar you donate goes directly to meeting patient healthcare concerns. Very important note here. For this portion of the program, we encourage you, please enter your gift directly into the chat box, just like we practiced at the beginning of the night. Again, we ask that you select all panelists and attendees or everyone so that we can all see and celebrate your generosity. Now, earlier in the program, you had the opportunity to meet VMSN's COO, Tabitha Peterson. Tabitha will be providing information regarding the areas of importance for tonight's Fund a Need. Tabitha, I'm going to send it over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. As you've heard tonight, Volunteers in Medicine of Southern Nevada is committed to providing quality healthcare and support within a culture of compassionate caring, especially during a pandemic. So compassion is important now more than ever. We've witnessed incredible acts of generosity and light at a time in our country's history that might otherwise look very dark. Some of our community partners, United Way, Las Vegas Fashion Council, Heart to Heart International, have provided us hundreds of fabric masks to distribute to our patients. And without crucial personal protective equipment donated by Touro University, Direct Relief, Silver Summit Health Plan, and the Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation, we would not have been able to resume and continue in-person medical services in a safe and effective way. VMSN's dedicated volunteers have also stepped up in ways that we never could have anticipated to meet the needs of our patients, including delivering medications to the homes of at-risk patients so they could safely maintain their health. Our volunteers have learned new technologies to serve our patients via telehealth, and they've donned layers and layers and layers of PPE to triage patients outside the clinic, even in the summer, before appointments. So I'm really, truly very honored to work with them and our amazing, resilient staff every day. This is a challenging time for nonprofits, especially one like ours, that provides healthcare during a time of increased risk and expenses. And so today we're asking you to join the hundreds of others that have shown true compassion by giving of their time and resources to ensure our promise of providing quality healthcare in Southern Nevada. Let's raise some money, Jeff.
Yes, let's raise some money. Tabitha, thank you so much for joining us here live in the studio. I haven't even gotten to announce the levels yet, and already donations are streaming in on the chat, which is just so wonderful to see. But Tabitha, I have some really incredible news to share with everyone that will certainly go a long way toward helping us reach our goal tonight. We have a donor this evening who has stepped up with a $30,000 donation match.
Oh, that's so great.
That's right. That deserves a virtual round of applause. So what does that mean? Well, it means that for every dollar given this evening, they will match that donation up to $30,000. So for every dollar you give, VMSN will get $2. Just incredible. Now, please don't forget, the way to let us know that you are making a gift is to tell us in the chat box. You are already off and running in the chat box with these donations, so I've got a great feeling about this. Let's begin. Our first giving category tonight is $10,000. Now, $10,000 will allow VMSN to reopen their Paradise Park Clinic for the next 5 months. Tabitha, please tell us, why is this so important?
Well, in July, we made significant budget cuts all across the organization to ensure that we could sustain our primary services throughout the pandemic. One of those temporary cuts was the use of our first facility in Paradise Park, Las Vegas. So it's more important now because our volunteers are coming back into the clinic to serve our community, and then also considering capacity and distancing guidelines. We are in need of the space our Paradise Park Clinic affords us. So reopening that space will allow us to safely add providers and support staff and offer much needed services to our patients. We can add more primary care, social services, specialists. Even if we open our clinic 1 day a week, we would be able to add over 300 patient visits during that 5-month time frame, Jeff.
Okay, that is fantastic. I'm gonna ask here, would anyone like to make a gift at the $10,000 level? Please let us know right now in the chat if you are willing and able to make a gift of $10,000 to VMSN. You heard from Tabitha, this gift will allow VMSN to reopen Paradise Park. You heard how important that is. The next 5 months, 300 plus patient visits. We'll give it a moment here for your consideration. All right, our next giving level is $5,000. $5,000 will bring one of our staff members back for 4 more additional hours a week for the rest of our fiscal year. Tabitha, what is the significance of this?
Well, several positions across the clinic were modified in order to save the organization money and to ensure, again, we are focusing our efforts in the right areas. And our patients and volunteers have really felt the impact of this. So giving to this fund will help add back hours for nurses, for our pharmacist, our psychologist, and general ops. It allows us to provide more needed services and ensure that we're running as effectively and efficiently as possible.
Okay, would anyone like to make a gift at the $5,000 level? I'll turn now to the chat. Give it a moment for your consideration. The $5,000 level. All right, our next giving level is $2,500. With a gift of $2,500, you will be able to ensure 1-year prescription medication for over 60 VMSN patients. Tabitha, how is that possible?
Well, I'll tell you in a second, but first, our entire medication budget was reduced by $36,000 this year due to COVID-related economic concerns. But because of the partnerships with Direct Relief and Dispensary of Hope and AmeriCares, they've allowed us to continue to provide most of our medications for patients needed for free. But there are gaps. So the budget cut has led us to ask many of our patients to purchase their medications at outside pharmacies. And this is a burden that they often can't endure without it causing significant impact on their budgets. So if we had 8 donations of this size, we would really be able to get back on track for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Okay. All right, would anyone like to make a gift at the $2,500 level? I turn now to the chat for your consideration, folks. The $2,500 giving level. All right, up next is the $1,000 giving level category. A gift of $1,000 will cover nearly 1 full month of PPE expenses. I think we all know how important this is. Tabitha, can you share a little bit more about how this works specifically at VMSN?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had thousands of pieces of equipment donated over the past 6 months, allowing us to keep everyone safe without breaking the bank. And that's the great news. The excellent news is that it's really doing its job, and it is keeping our patients and our team of volunteers and staff safe. The bad news is that the donations don't cover the entire need, and the cost of PPE has really gone significantly up since the start of the pandemic. So we're really grateful for any support that folks can provide in this area because the need never stops, especially now.
All right. See that Thomas and Jane Clay are pledging $1,000. I also want to point out that Julia Jameson has pledged $2,500 for meds. Thank you so much, Julia Jameson, and thank you so much, Thomas and Jane Clay. Would anyone else like to make a gift at the $1,000 level? All right, our next giving level is the $500 level. A $500 gift will provide much needed technology upgrades to support a more efficient and secure environment as VMSN delivers more telehealth. Tabitha, tell us more about VMSN's telehealth efforts, please.
Sure. So we moved to an almost 90% telehealth appointments in the beginning of the pandemic. And though that percentage has decreased now that we've been able to have the appropriate safety protocols in place, and we do have in-person appointments every day, we're continuing to provide telehealth appointments for our patients to increase access for those that are most at risk of COVID-19, to keep them safe in their homes, and then also to add more services back in a way that doesn't doesn't require us to crowd providers in our clinic. So one donation of $500 will afford us one refurbished laptop, which many of our staff know we really need, with up-to-date specs, making it easier to conduct telehealth appointments, or a $500 donation would help cover 2 to 3 months of increased internet speeds at our clinics.
All right, we already have one $500 donation that has come in from Nayat. Thank you so much. Nayat Abdullah. Anyone else would like to jump in and make a gift at the $500? Yes, Brian McQuillan says he is in for $500. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much, Nayat. Anyone else at the $500 level? All right, next up is the $250 level category. A $250 donation, folks, is good for 1 year of over-the-counter medications for more than 25 of our patients. Tabitha, VMSN provides over-the-counter medications to patients as well. What don't you do?
Well, we don't bake cakes, but we do provide over-the-counter medications, though we can't provide all over-the-counter medications. Some over-the-counter medications can be just as life-saving as prescription meds. So for some of our patients, baby aspirin prevents heart attacks. And so, as you know, we had to reduce our medication budget dramatically, and that included over-the-counter meds, as well as the prescription meds. We don't want our patients to have to decide if they're going to purchase food for dinner or an over-the-counter medication that could drastically improve their quality of life.
All right, thank you so much. Would anyone like to make a gift at the $250 level? Karen, right off the bat, thank you so much, Karen. Susan is in for $250 as well. Thank you, Karen Balk-Ott and Susan Nguyen. Would anyone else like to jump in at the $250 level? I have just received some incredible news, folks. Judy Keltner has donated $10,000. Is that correct? Yes, I'm getting a sign here. Look at what just happened. This just happened. Judy, thank you so much. That is a $10,000 donation from Judy. Thank you so much. Judy, Paradise Park is back open. Incredible. All right, we are now at the Trina Wiggins, $250. I almost jumped ahead. Thank you very much, Trina. And thank you, Judy. What's that? Elaine Rosner is in for a $5,000 gift. Wow. Thank you so much, Elaine, a $5,000 gift. Yeah, just throwing it out there, folks. If I'm on a level and you want to go back to one of the bigger ones, you can absolutely jump in and get in on the bigger levels as well here. $5,000 from the Garcia family. I feel like everybody just figured out how to use the chat. That's kind of what I think is happening right now. Juan Garcia says $5,000 from the Garcia family. Thank you so much to the Garcia family. Yes. Florence says, Elaine, you are amazing. Bless you. Yes, thank you so much. Wow. All right. Now I think we're ready for the $100 level. We are on the home stretch here, folks. $100 will help meet tangible patient needs like hygiene supplies, transportation to appointments, medical supplies. Can you share a little bit more about the $100 level, please, Tabitha?
Yes. So our patients are struggling more than ever, as you can imagine. And when we can reduce their burden, even a small amount, it can mean the world. So there have been times where we are unable to get free syringes and needles for our insulin-dependent patients. And money donated to this category could help that. Many of our patients are high risk for COVID-19 and without personal transportation. And it really isn't advisable for them to take a public bus to the clinic. So this fund can help pay for rideshare for our patients to and from their medical appointments.
Okay. W. Anderson is in for $100. Amy Schmidt is in for $100. John Wagner is in for $100. Karen Holmes is in for $100. Sonia Wang is in for $100. Jennifer Bradley is in for $100. Let's keep it going, folks. We're back up to $250. All right. Phyllis Belfus is in for $250. Anyone else? Jackie Wayman is in for $100. Thank you very much, Jackie. Fantastic. The levels just all over the place, but it's all good. Let's keep the money coming in. Okay, look at that. We've got $50 more, Christina says. She wants to do $100. Thank you very much, Christina. Rebecca Edgeworth, $100. Julie Mary, $100. Thank you so much. This is incredible. Love seeing all of these donations just pouring in on the chat, folks. We are going to offer here one final giving category. Now, there is no specific amount for this category, folks. You get to choose, okay? So please consider donating to our Compassion Fund any amount free to be directed by VMSN to the area of greatest need. Now, even a $10 donation can help purchase a patient's medication or transportation for a patient to attend an appointment. Small donations add up quickly and can help us provide more services to our patients. Every dollar really does matter, folks. Thank you, everyone, for this generosity. If you haven't already given or you just want to give more, please use our Text to Give program throughout the rest of the program by texting CONNECT to 725-527-8882. We are going to total up our donations, folks, and give you a heads up of our final tally here in just a few moments. Now, please keep in mind, when giving via text, you are also able to make your gift recurring. If you don't feel like you can give a large amount at one time, but maybe can afford to donate even $5, $10, $20 a month, we welcome your support. As you have learned, even small amounts can do big things for VMSN patients. Okay, well, if you've been to Hands Together before, you know that we always have entertainment. And tonight is no different just because we are virtual. Dubbed King of Las Vegas, Frankie Moreno has won countless awards and is the first single artist in history to have 6 top 10 albums in 12 months. Frankie is a big supporter of VMSN. In fact, you may have even seen him perform before at a previous Hands Together event. Tonight, Frankie will be singing an original song, Miracles, which is quite fitting, I think, for the work that Volunteers in Medicine does every single day.
What's up, everybody? I'm Frankie Moreno. I'm happy to be here to celebrate Volunteers in Medicine, Southern Nevada. Some of you guys have been putting in over 20,000 hours. You've logged in. I miss seeing you guys, I miss performing for you guys. So this is the best I could do, is a little virtual thing here right now. Here's a song called Miracles. In your darkest hour, you are not alone. There's someone who loves you more than you know. I can be your sunshine on a cloudy day. I can send your troubles far, far away. These times are hard, but I know we'll make it through. If you stop believing, I believe in you. If you lose your faith, I have enough for two. With open arms and a heart that's true. And at the end of the tunnel, there's a golden light. A new day's dawning at the end of each night. Everything you want is wanting you to. Miracles are waiting to happen to you. When you're feeling lonely in a world of change, and your closest friends are acting strange, don't forget the one who's waiting here, making all those shadows disappear. And I remember times, baby, deep despair, when I could not find someone who cared. And I would have searched my whole life through, but I found a miracle in you. At the end of the tunnel, there's a golden light. A new day is dawning at the end of each night. Everything you want is wanting you to. Miracles are waiting Everything you want is wanting you to. Miracles are waiting to happen to you. Thank you guys for everything you do.
Wow, thank you, Frankie, for sharing such an amazing song with our viewers. On behalf of VMSN, I want to thank you for your continued support and your special collaboration. I would now like to introduce you to Shahzad Contractor. Shahzad, along with his fellow board members, plays an integral role within the organization. Shahzad has recently joined the board of directors and has been a volunteer for many years, providing one-on-one therapy to VMSN patients.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shahzad Contractor. Thank you for going through Gala with us. And today I want to introduce myself. I want to say that I'm a volunteer who does health care, who does mental health care with our patients here at Rufkin Clinic. We also provide them with medicine, and my clients are very grateful to have this facility existing in our community. I want to say that this place is run as a member of the board, in a very evidence-based manner, is effectively run. And I understand that you have many requests for donations, and all of us need donations today. But this is a very special place, and I urge you to consider us for your charitable efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shahzad, and thank you to all of the dedicated board members for the hard work you do for VMSN. Okay, folks, we asked you at the beginning of this program to tell us in one word, what does VMSN mean to you? Well, we gathered your responses, and we are excited to share with you this word cloud that includes all of your contributions. Not surprising, you can see compassion right there in this big in the center. You can see love, giving, caring, healing, hope, helping, life-saving, spiritual medicine, tireless. So many of the themes that we discussed tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each of you for participating in tonight's Hands Together 2020. Again, it is because of all of you that we are able to serve our patients and provide such a wide range of health and wellness care. This is the part of the evening that gets me most excited. In just a moment, we are going to show our giving thermometer one final time, and we're going to celebrate what we have accomplished as a community to support the amazing mission of VMSN. But before we do, I'm going to build up to that moment here. 3 quick notes. Number 1, please save the date for VMSN's Hands Together 2021. Plan to join us in person next year on Saturday, October 23rd at the Venetian Resort Hotel and Casino. Don't forget that we'll be drawing our winners of that 2-night stay at Caesar's Palace and dinner credit at Rayos on Tuesday, November 17th at 12 noon on Facebook Live. And number 3, folks, please remember, our work does not end tonight. Donations can still be made throughout this evening by texting CONNECT to 725-527-8882. Or you can donate at any time directly on VMSN's website. If you are joining us for the first time tonight and you'd like to learn a little bit more about VMSN, take a little time and please visit their website at vmsn.org. Now, I've just been handed another piece of paper here, another announcement, and it says $200,000 from Ruffin. That is a $200,000 donation from Ruffin of Ruffin Family Clinic. That is incredible. Thank you so much to the Ruffin family. Amazing job. Woohoo. Wow. Woohoo. This is incredible. Thank you so much. This is now the moment you've been waiting for. We've been tallying, and I honestly don't know if we have all of the donations tallied in, because we have 2 of our staff typing in the donations into the thermometer. It takes some time to update and refresh. So do we have a final thermometer tally at this time? So that does not count the 200,000, right, from Ruffin. So that's going to put us 478. Wow, that is gonna. We gotta keep hitting refresh. That's right. It could take a few minutes to get the $200,000 in there, but the point is, folks, that is $478,000, the grand total for Hands Together. Woo! And donations are still coming in. Wow, that was intense. Again, folks, donations are still coming in, so that number is going to be even higher than $478,000. On behalf of Vmsn, thank you to our Hands Together 2020 event sponsors. Thank you to our donors, and thank you to our dedicated volunteers who generously donate their time and knowledge to Vmsn. Ladies and gentlemen, you have made a difference tonight, and we are so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, I'm inviting all of you to join me for a quick 30-minute after-party show. This is a clean comedy, family-friendly show. So gather the kids around the computer, around the Zoom. We're going to start up in 5 minutes. You can click the link in the chat. Right now, the staff, the chat facilitator has dropped the link in the, just click through that link. We have also emailed you the link as well to join the after party show with myself. I really hope I will see you then. Regardless, thank you so much again and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Bye-bye.